Black Ops 6 is finally here. We got a new game. Look at the background. Brand new room, so that means some new settings as well. I've been getting asked non-stop, even though the game's been out for less than a day, about my settings. So today I'm gonna be giving you the absolute best settings to be using in Black Ops 6. If any of these settings help you out, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, click the thumbs up button, and turn those post notifications on so you don't miss out on my future Black Ops 6 videos. And follow the Twitch live stream. I have been streaming quite literally my entire experience on the game non-stop. Real quick, how could you trust my settings? Well, take a look above my head. Your boy's Prestige 1, level 43. By the time some of you even watch this, I will be Prestige 2. Your boy's been putting in so much work. Not only that, we are currently working on Diamond ARs. So yeah, I already have a Diamond AR. I think you saw that vid a little earlier today. And then when it comes to SMGs, I have one SMG gold, and this one's about to be my second. So again, your boy has been playing non-stop. Now let's get into the settings. We're gonna be starting with the controller settings. Real quick, here's the controller I'm using. It's a Scuff gaming controller. I have Control Freak analog sticks on them, which helps make my accuracy and aim significantly better. Been using them for over 10 years. And then my Scuff gaming controller actually has paddles on the back, so I could jump here with this one and slide with this one. So I can keep my thumbs on the analog stick and have that amazing aim without having to take my thumb off of my analog stick and click X and circle. It just all happens back here. If you guys are interested in purchasing some Control Freaks, you could use code FRIZZ, F-R-I-Z-Z, to save yourself some money. These things literally last forever. Button, stick layout, they're default. I just showed you my controller. I got the paddles on the back. The sensitivity I found to work the best for me personally is a 7.7. In Modern Warfare 3, I was playing on a 6.6, so I bumped it to a 7.7 and it feels identical to what I was using in that game. This isn't too slow. It's not too fast for me personally. It is quite literally perfect. And that's what I recommend you guys doing to find the perfect sensitivity. Simplified control presets, low motor strain presets, I have those off. Bumper ping is off. If you want to swap your bumpers and your triggers, you could do that. It's personal preference, but I just prefer the triggers. It just works best for me. Controller vibration, y'all. This is messing up your aim and you don't know it. Please turn this off. There's no reason for your controller to be vibrating when you're in a gunfight. And trust me, it may take some time to get used to. Give yourself a week. You'll thank me later. Next, we have my dead zones. I play on a 7 for the left stick minimum. It's pretty standard for most people. For the right stick minimum, it's a 13. I like it to be a little bit stronger, and it just feels like my aim assist is so much stickier. I'm telling you, it's really weird that it's this high. You have to try it out. I've been using this for years now, and I can never lower it any more than 13. The left and right max is 100, which is pretty standard. Left and right trigger is just 0. You don't want to have anything on this at all. If I'm not mistaken, it adds a delay if it's anything over 0. So make sure those are 0. And then moving on to my aiming controller settings, my sensitivity multipliers. My ADS sensitivity multiplier is a 0.80. So when I'm aiming down sights, I have a different sensitivity, and this is pretty slow. So at standard or at default, this is a 1, and it makes it a little bit quicker. If you lower it down a little bit, once again, it makes aim assist significantly more sticky, and you could abuse aim assist even more. Next, we have the aiming tab on the controller settings, and this is my sensitivity multiplier. So when I'm aiming down sights, I have a different sensitivity. That's this, a 0.80. And at default, this is a 1.0. If you lower it, it makes your aim significantly more sticky, and you can make aim assist so much more overpowered than it already is. Again, they don't want to nerf it, so you might as well abuse it if you're on controller. So that's why my ADS sensitivity multiplier is a 0.80. It just makes it so I don't miss any shots whatsoever. And then you have the focus one, which is for all optics. It's not too low because usually those optics are really zoomed in, so you don't want it to be too slow. If we go into my aiming advanced settings, we have the ADS sensitivity transition timing. And this reads, choose at which moment the aim sensitivity changes when transitioning from hip fire to aim down sight. So instant sensitivity multiplier is applied immediately when aiming down sights. So that 0.80 won't be applied until I'm aiming down sights. And if I change it to gradual or after zoom, it'll like slowly bring it to where my ADS sensitivity is. If it's instant, the second I'm aiming down my sights, I have my ADS sensitivity multiplier. That's what you want. That's why I changed it, because I want it to be slower when I'm aiming down my sights. I hope that makes sense. I'm visualizing in my head. This is something that is messing with a lot of people, and they haven't changed this setting. Super important. Aim response curve type, dynamic. It's the best one. I think pro players talked about banning this a few years ago, and it's still the best. And then the aim response curve slope scale is 1.0. I never messed with that. And then if you want to mess with your custom sensitivity per zoom, you could do that. I personally don't do that. For my movement, I have tactical sprint assist, which is basically automatic tactical sprint. So if you feel like you're not running all the time or it's a little wonky and weird, go ahead and throw this on. It makes it significantly better. I could show you more here. I have both these on. The sprint assist delay is 0. Obviously, why the hell would you want any sort of delay? Make sure that is off. Mantle assist, I have all this off. I hate auto mantling. You just end up getting yourself killed. Crouch assist, that's off as well. The corner slice, I have this on. I kind of like it where you kind of like peeking around the corners. It kind of tilts your gun around. I love it, so that's why it's on. Slide dive behavior, I'm gonna be honest with you. The best option is hybrid. With the Omni movement, you could really kind of break it and use it to your advantage. I don't really care to. I just do slide only. Your boy can win his gunnies. I don't need to be dolphin diving all over the place, but I will be taken out pretty damn quickly by someone with hybrid. I ain't gonna lie. But again, if you want the best option, it is hybrid. I just prefer slide only. And then I could show more here. That is just short. Everything underneath that, I looked, it was left alone. I didn't really change anything. My movement advanced settings. My tactical sprint activation is single tap sprint. I think that's pretty standard as well. Sprinting door bash, so you could just sprint and slam the doors open. That's obviously on. And yeah, it's gonna wrap it up for the movement controller settings. And then for combat, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, this actually all might be default too. So you guys could jot any of this down. Interact and reload behavior, tap to reload. So you only have to tap the reload button once. You don't have to hold it down. It just makes it a lot more easy. And I put prioritize body shield for some funny clips. Overlay, you guys could change, you know, this if you want. But again, all that was left default. Pretty straightforward. There seems like a lot, but again, if you kind of break it all down, it's pretty simple and easy. That's gonna wrap it up for all of the controller settings. All right, this is also gonna be pretty straightforward, my graphic settings. So this gives me a great combination of both quality and frames. So it's gonna look good and feel good. Here's all that. I'm not gonna go too crazy in depth because I got these from just super smart computer guys who know more than I do, and I just kind of copied it down. It's worked incredibly well for me, and I would assume it will work incredibly well for you. My brightness is a 55 right there. There's not much to say. Again, I'm not going to try to sound smart and act like I know what I'm talking about. Jot it down and move along like I did. So that's everything for display. Again, feel free to pause the video. For quality, boom, we got fidelity cast right here. I ain't going to lie. Oh, wait, what is this? I didn't mess with none of this. I ain't going to lie. Leave this alone if it looks like that. That's fine. Didn't mess with that. And then, again, I'm just gonna keep going. Sometimes I watch my own settings videos just to make sure these are all my settings. So I'm not even joking. I always look back at some of these. Oh, damn. Okay, there we go. Again, feel free to pause the video whenever you would like. All right, now we got view in the graphic settings. Now I know what I'm talking about here. So for the field of view, so you could just see a little bit better around you, I plan a 115. It's just what I'm personally most comfortable with. It works the best for me. All personal preference at the end of the day. You want to do 120, go ahead. If you don't like 150, want to knock it down more, I recommend maybe 110, 100, completely okay. ADS field of view, make sure you're unaffected. It kind of makes your weapons look like they have less recoil than they really do. Little bit of a cheat code there, kind of cool. I then have my weapon field of view at wide, which makes my weapon smaller on screen. What I like about that is it doesn't block so much of my screen that I can see around the map, see enemies and whatnot. I don't need my weapon big on my screen. It doesn't make sense. So that's why it's wide. World and weapon motion blur, turn this off. You could see the images right here. I should take my face cam off. These are important. So you could see what the game looks like with the blur. In what world do you want blur on anything? Take this off, your game's just gonna look smoother. First person camera movement least, it just decreases the camera movement so things aren't shaking. Inverted flashbang, I have this on. So when I get flashed, my screen doesn't go white, it goes black instead. So you guys know how that could be on your eyes when the screen just randomly goes white. I prefer it to just go black. I feel like the effects are so much more lessened in my personal opinion. And then we have a benchmark tool here. But yeah, again, like I said, these settings for graphics were just super easy and straightforward to go through. We now have my audio settings. So for my master volume, it's just personal preference, 26. If anything higher than this, it's just blasting in my ear because of how I have my audio set up. If we want to show a little bit more here, gameplay music, I have it on a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I don't really care to hear it blasting at full effect. And then the cinematic music is for like in-game during intense moments. I had this off. I don't want to hear it. It's gonna kind of distract me from hearing footsteps, which brings me to effects and dialogue value. This is the most important audio you're gonna hear, dialogue. Enemy kill streaks in the sky, UAVs, or maybe when your teammate has a kill streak or whatever it is. And then effects is going to be like footsteps, grenades, and things like that. That's really important. So that's why these are cranked. The most important stuff I want to hear the best. And then moving down here, enhanced headphone mode. I turned this off, didn't mess with it. The way I have my stuff set up, I could hear footsteps incredibly well. So again, this is just for me personally. Speaker output, make sure that's stereo. My audio mix. So I actually changed this. This is a brand new audio mix they added, headphone bass cut. And the way I interpreted it is it's like headphone boost low, which I don't know, or there's no boost. I don't know how to explain it. It sounds incredible for me. I'm able to distinguish footsteps significantly better. And then they also added the sucker punch, which what is it? Tightest dynamic range. Yeah. And then this one is tighter dynamic range and EQ with reduced low end frequencies. So these are some two new ones. Maybe I'll try out sucker punch, but for what I have now, headphone bass cut is absolutely incredible. Mono, make sure this is off. This will separate audio from left and right. If it's on, you're gonna have it merged together. So it'll be harder to hear what's coming from your left and coming from your right. And then the rest of this, I'm pretty sure was left alone. Reduce the tinnitus sound. This is like the ringing from the concussion. Obviously you don't wanna hear that. And then voice chat. I had to put my game voice channel to party only because it would not let me mute random people in my game. So I had to change it. I don't even hear game chat anymore. If you want to change it, here's an easy way to do it in voice chat. And then here's the rest of my microphone settings. Pretty default, but that's going to wrap it up for the audio settings. Very easy. I mean, not much more to say. And finally, we have my interface settings. Now, there is some super important stuff here. Starting off, almost all of this is default. Tooltips off. I don't want to have that on my screen. Tutorials off. Don't want to see it. Same with the gameplay tips. Telemetry. You could put your FPS counter, server latency, and packet loss like I have. I think this is some of the most important stuff to see. That's why it's on. Connection meter is off. This is like a big piece on your screen, which I don't like. So that's why it's like that. If I'm lagging or the game's messing up with packet bursts, I like to see what's going on right there. And then we have readability. What you want to do here is come all the way down after going to readability. I hope I said that right. I'm stupid. Color customization. If you want your game to look good, listen up. Click on color customization. Come all the way down here to color filter settings. Color filter 2, boom. Color filter target, both. And world and interface color intensity. Put both to 100. You're going to notice an instant increase in color and vibrance in your game. Thank me later. I don't got to say nothing else. Do it and look at your game. It's night and day. If I were to show you a before and after, you would see it and be like, oh, that's not that big of a difference. Me in person looking at my monitor, major difference. That's how you guys are. That's why my game looks so beautiful. All right, that's what you guys are always asking for. Copy that down. It is so important. And then we have my gameplay HUD. The HUD bounds, I have both these kind of just locked in. So my kill streaks and field upgrades, it's brought more to the center. My mini map up here, left, top, left, right, brought to the center because you want to focus on the center of your screen. That's where enemies are going to be at. So if you want to quickly see how much ammo you have, where the enemies are at, you can quickly look. It's a little bit closer to the center of your screen and you could look back at the center of the screen. So that's why I have all these closed in as much as you can. Mini map shape, make sure it's on square. There's not images here for some reason, but square, you get so much better coverage on it. You could see more out of it. And at default, this is round. You don't want to plan that. Your mini map is one of the most important things. Make sure you have it on square. Mini map rotation, make sure this is on. Radar, turn this off. It literally turns your mini map into a radar, like a beep, 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 beep. No, can't read it at all. It's trash. Turn that off. Compass type, it is on minimap. Didn't change it. Didn't notice the difference. In-game text chat, it's on. Abbreviated names. Crosshairs, I have this on. Center dot is largest. Crosshair spread is on. And then the crosshair opacity is 100. And you could change the color of your crosshairs, which is kind of cool. But the center dot's important. I'll take out my face cam once again. Boom. You could see on that far right image, it's the largest one. It doesn't make the biggest difference, but centering is incredibly important. If you want to focus on it, having that big white dot will help you focus on the center of your screen a little bit better. I personally really like it. And then the rest of this is all pretty much just 100. You could change all that. If you want to come up here real quick too, I didn't mess with it, but there's presets where you could see on, I'll take my face cam off once again. There's different presets for how your HUD's set up. So like inverted, my mini map is top right. Standard, it's top left. There's a bunch of different ones here. So if you could do that, I just kept mine on standard like this, but my minimap top left is square since we changed it in the settings. It's pretty standard. It's just what works best for me. But you got visuals here too. Again, no, I didn't mess with any of this. I don't feel like I need to. There's a lot going on, but you don't have to worry about it. But that's going to wrap up today's settings video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Any comments, questions, or concerns, just leave them down below. I hope these helped you out. I've been getting asked so many times to do settings. I wasn't going to put this out as nearly as quick as I am right now. I was going to save it for a few days. But again, hope these helped you guys out. Prestige, level up those weapons, get some gold camos. I'll see you on the next one. You guys all stay safe. Have a great day, and I'm out. Doses.